All right, guys. So as you guys know, we always start with our weekly wins. I want to get started with uh, the marketplace. What's going on in the marketplace? But before that, I just want to give some love and homage to our speaker on last Thursday. It was Frank Inglesia. Uh, we talk about black and brown excellence. This Latino is killing it in the Atlanta, Georgia marketplace. And if you guys haven't heard the replay, the podcast, man, we talk more about family and people and being a good steward of God's resources. And we actually talked about business because that where he is right now in terms of his psyche, it's not even about transactions for him anymore. It's about transformation, taking somebody that he works with, he mentors, and taking them to a whole nother level. And so I'm excited to get a chance to. I'm gonna actually fly down to Atlanta and spend some time with this gentleman because he's good people. Yeah. And for those who don't know, his area of specialty is in the multi unit space where he'll grab and collect and gather a group of people. They'll invest money and they'll buy a 90 unit plus apartment building. So that's where his love of real estate has taken him to. And on on this Wednesday, our next level up session is going to be with a gentleman named Duran Bethla. And he is near and dear because, like myself and OC, he is a retired serviceman. But he immediately jumped in both feet and he's doing some phenomenal things in real estate. So he's impacted a lot of people, and we're going to be able to chop it up with him. So for those of you guys who will be around on Wednesday, this is going to be a crazy panel discussion. Crazy, crazy, crazy. All right. So let's jump into Marketplace Monday. Marketplace Monday. Let me hear what your questions are. And today's focus for me is I'm going to be talking to you guys about search engine optimization. Search engine optimization as it relates to your Airbnb listings. So I got a ton of information for you. So talk to me, y'all. Mic check. What questions y'all got for me on Monday?
I had a question, Earl.
Yes, sir.
For the marketplace, just a quick question about business. What do you guys, I guess all of you guys, when it comes to, when people get, when we like people like us get new listings and everything like that, how long does it take for like a new listing to actually start receiving traffic and bookings? And another part of the question is when you start a new listing, what things could you do to actually get some traction rolling and get some revenue rolling in due to having those what we like to call placeholder pictures until you get the professional photos. What could you do to get the ball rolling before you get those those professional photos in place so you can so that you can see how the place really looks. So that's sort of like a two-part question.
Okay, got you. I got you. New listing traffic to generate some bookings and some inquiries and placeholder pictures. All right, got it. Anybody else? Who else has a question for the marketplace?
I have a question. Hi, Earl, Tennille.
Daniel, talk to me.
So when you are going up on your price, the shorter time they stay, the higher the pay, are you
Yep.
going up a couple of dollars or $5, $10? How much more are you going up on your price?
Okay. All right. So how much more do you charge? So let's turn the corner. And I got all those questions written down. with the idea of I'm going to answer them on the other side of a weekly praise report. And I will begin with myself, brothers and sisters. I was sicker than a dog all week long. And one of the good sisters from church got me some tonic. You know how those sisters from church have those old school remedies. Well, I got one of those old school remedies, and I'm actually feeling myself. I'm feeling much better. But I literally spent the weekend in bed. So my 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 health is returning, and so I'm pretty happy about it. And I also finished up a very intense workshop that I'm going to be presenting to you guys over the next 3 weeks on search engine optimization. And it's funny, Cornell, some of the stuff that you asked me about, I'm gonna actually be able to answer just based on that workshop I went to. So
Wow.
I'm
Wow.
excited to share it with you. All right. You want to take the realm and go next, Cornell? Weekly wins?
Yeah, weekly wins. So when it comes to faith, a weekly win with faith is God's definitely been answering my prayers when it comes to you know, consistency and definitely business purposes as well by getting just more business and more extensions in our business. Um, so that's with faith. Been continually to pray every morning to start the day off with the Lord and Savior. When it comes to family, family is doing really good. They're already looking forward to the summer right now, where they want to get together, like family get together for 4th of July and all these summer things, cookouts and different things like that. And I'm like, wait, it's not even spring yet. So they're already ready looking forward to that. So family is doing good. Fitness is doing really good. I don't know if anybody else on the call, like when it comes to fitness, likes to, get a workout in the beginning of the morning. That's like, I found out like the best time to get a workout in is first thing in the morning to get your jog in versus if it's 2, 3, 4, 5 miles and lift your weights. It really balances out and equilibrium out your day. So, fitness is connected to everything, a part of us as humans. So fitness been really doing good. Getting a workout in, getting sweat in, burning those calories. It feels good, not just to your body, but your mind as well. Finances is doing good, guys. I've been having a few other guests extend their stays. So actually they like being accommodated by me as a host. So that's always good. Um, so finances is doing really good with that, with the short-term rentals game that we're in. So that's my weekly wins for this week.
I love it. I love it. Who'll go next? Now, I am getting a couple of text messages that a few of you guys are in places that are kind of loud and you don't want to interrupt the call. And that's cool. Go ahead, and if you like, just go ahead and put it in the text or the chat. Otherwise, I am going to continue to move forward. Anyone else want to share their weekly wins? Okay, good people. we're going we're going to jump right into the marketplace then. All right. Um so let me jump so I already heard from you, Cornell, with you talked about the couple renewals. Is there anybody else on that needs to look at occupancy so we can talk about that? In fact, I got something that's gonna blow you guys away with respect to occupancy. So for very selfish reasons, I want to try to share, I want to shave as much time and jump into some of my SEO presentation. So I'm actually gonna skip this. But I think you guys are gonna be happy with the fact that I did. All right, guys. So look, uh answers, questions and answers for the group. All right, so I want to start in reverse order to Neil. Come off of you and tell me more about the question. Give me your backstory so I can answer it fully.
Okay. I'm just a sec. I'm coming out of the gym right now as we speak. So more about the question.
Tell me why you.
There,
Well, I know the question, and that's pretty easy. Give me the backstory of why, what prompted the question. You have something on the horizon that you're saying?
oh no. I just wanted to know just in general,
Okay.
how much you go up. Because like when we were taught with Coach Jim, we would like for instance, if you are doing a dedicated bathroom, you just charge it. You can't, since it's not in suite, you can't charge, like $5 more, but you can charge a couple of dollars more. So I didn't know if it was like that scenario where you could just, you're just going up a few dollars,
Okay.
for a short stay, longer to pay.
All right.
Yeah, longer to stay. Yeah.
So here's my question for you. Um, do you understand, and more importantly, have you implemented the ABC listing strategy?
I have not implemented the ABC strategy yet,
Okay.
but I do understand it.
Okay. So if you understand it, then here's the answer. Our A listings are for our short-term people. There's no minimum stay. They can stay a day, they can stay 2 days,
Uh-huh.
they can stay a week. Our B listings is for our midterm or like 5 days or more people. And
Okay.
our C listings are for our 25 and above stays.
Okay.
So in earnest, the answer to your question could be the difference between someone who's doing a long-term stay and a short-term stay could be $10 in phase one. But as we go down the phases based on occupancy, it could be like if you're in phase five, it could be just $2.
Okay. Gotcha.
So if the answer to your question is a good one, I say that if you have not started the ABC strategy, at least start the AC strategy. So you got a little bit, because again, people will book your places for longer periods of time if you give them the incentive. All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So did I answer your question fully, or did that answer lead to another question?
No, that went more in depth. I do, and I didn't realize that the C stay and that the different letters were indicating like you said, it
Different
doesn't matter if they
direction.
say a day or 2 days. I thought you guys were doing a minimum of 2 days, but
And in certain situations that might make sense, especially with
mhm,
your high seasons, because you don't want people to jack up your calendar.
right,
We're in that middle place where, so traditionally on most occupancy charts in the Northeast, February is the lowest month. January
right,
are close first and second, but generally speaking, in most places, your worst month is going to be in February, generally. So everything else is kind of creeping up, creeping up, creeping up. So, for someone who's saying, well, I don't want a 1 day minimum, I get you, I understand. However, we don't want you to pay, we don't need you to go into your pocket to pay rent either if your occupancy is low.
hmm,
So it kind of can go both ways in terms of what's the priority in the moment. I
right.
would never hope a 1 day stay on most people because it's kind of a pain in your butt. But yeah, with that said, before I jump into Cornell's question, which is a good one, did anyone else have a question for the marketplace? Anyone else? All right. All right. Well, blessings. Here's what we're gonna do. We're going to say goodbye to social media because Brother Earl's about to open up a lot of information on y'all. This course I went to is high level. Search engine optimization. If I understood it, I would have doubled the amount of money I made in Airbnb my first year. But I didn't. I thought I understood it, but I really didn't. And so for those of you guys who would like to be more intimate with us, hey, shoot me a DM. Um, although I have a lot of information on Facebook and a lot of information on YouTube, shoot me a DM if you want to jump on and have a little bit more of a conversation of what we do in our private superhost group. So on that note, let me say goodbye to social media so we can start our conversation. Here we go. Y'all say bye-bye to Facebook and YouTube, y'all. Say bye-bye. All right. All right. We'll stop the stream. All right, family. Let's talk. Let's talk. All right. So here we go. New listing traffic and booking. So, all right. So Cornell, part of what you had two questions. Part was how we get more traffic for our new listings. And the truth of the matter is, I don't really understand your question because here's what I know. Anytime you create a new listing, everybody, Airbnb defaults and pushes for the first 2 to 3 weeks, it pushes all of your stuff to the first page. Even if you have a crappy listing, it pushes your stuff to the first page. So as an example, I created 2 listings this weekend for a client that I have because they want me to manage their properties. And they let me say it differently. I created 1 listing. They created the listing before they hired me. And the listing before they hired me didn't have any of the things that they should have. So they ended up at one point getting a booking for the solar eclipse here in Rochester, no cleaning fee. They booked it for, this is a whole house now, not a room rental. They booked it for $300 for 2 days. And as you guys are going to see in a minute, because I'm going to show you some real high level. I've been talking to you guys about AI. Well, I'm going to share something with you guys tonight. They could have booked it for a whole house, $380 a night for each night, for a total of 2 nights. So they told, but here's the reason. The reason they got the booking so quick is because Airbnb automatically pushes your stuff to the front of the line because they want new listings to get tracking. So here's the lesson. The lesson is this. Anytime you're having a slow season, kill a listing and give birth to another listing. That immediately will get you back on the first page. Again, kill your listing and give birth to another listing. Now, for us that have like reviews, positive reviews, that's not something we really want to do. But if necessary, you could do that. And that's why it's beneficial to have more than 1 listing that you're dependent on. We have an A, a B, a C. There's been times where I've had a D or E, just trying to figure this thing out. So Cornell, you should be getting some inquiries if it's a brand new listing.
Okay, yeah. Because I was asking about that new listing, like you were saying, it will be on the first page or even the second page, but like if you're not getting no inquiries after you created a new listing a few days ago, what would be I guess I'm saying what would be the next step
Okay.
To go forward. That's another part of the question. I know you were saying you're supposed to get inquiries, but if you're not, what would you suggest the next step to do? Because as soon as you create a new listing, even if it's a A, B, or C listing, it'll be somewhere on the first, second page where people can see it. But I'm assuming if you still don't get any inquiries, assuming it might be a pricing thing or anything
So,
else.
so let me ask. So you have some placeholder pictures right there, right in place now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And so those are pictures you took yourself, or those Zillow pictures?
Those are like realtor.com pictures, Zillow pictures, from online. So they don't have
Got you.
any furniture at all.
I got you. So, do you actually have access to the place yet?
No.
Okay, so you're trying to promote before the store actually opens. I got
Yeah,
you.
you know how we built this thing, like that's what we do. We built it along the way before the
That's right.
store opens.
No, that's fine. So you're gonna get the most value from your but is um and to be quite honest with you, it's not something that I um have not done. I don't do it as much anymore, but I'll take photos from an established listing and put it on those photos, especially bedroom photos. I'll upload those to those photos that those listings that I'm trying to get traction to,
Mhm.
because a bedroom can change so dramatically. I mean, the floor plan of a living room is going to be pretty much static. Dining room, but so so that would be one thing I would do. I would upload some pictures of an existing listing that you have, just the bedroom,
Oh, okay.
so people know where they're sleeping.
Yep. Makes sense.
Okay, and then bathrooms, pretty much a bathroom is a bathroom unless it's a like a knockout photo of something amazing. But so I would upload a picture of a bathroom too,
Yeah.
as a placeholder, because you're trying to promote before you take possession of the place. And then I would actually start creating titles and captions of the experience you want your guests to have when they're in the living room. Okay, in the living room, you are going to enjoy a candlelit meal with your, that kind of vibe.
Okay.
So what experience should they have in each space in your place? Create those captions in advance, even if you only have a placeholder picture.
That makes
Because
sense. Okay.
yeah, okay. And then the other thing is this, and I'm gonna get out of the screen, is make sure, because most people they say they're doing it, but they're not. Make sure when you're creating your listing that you don't get, I'm gonna use the word lazy. Don't get lazy. And what I mean by don't get lazy is the listing description, have it filled out completely.
Uh-huh.
All right. And this is actually an old list. I actually use a more updated description now. Yeah, yeah, these are all old. This is current. So I'm always like going into my stuff and trying to make it more relevant. So my current listing description goes a little bit like this. Uh, why choose us? Hotel grade linens, high speed internet, smart TV, smart lock, brand new central air and heating unit, designated workplace in the common area. And then I'll list out the closest hospitals and universities.
Oh yeah, that's good. That's good. That's something that you could probably copy and paste and put in the chat.
Yeah, I got you. Absolutely. And the reason I'm doing it is because that SEO optimization training I went to, these are common terms that people are looking for as amenities.
Uh-huh.
These are common terms. Okay. All right. Also, don't leave the space empty. Okay.
Yep. Yep.
Well, welcome all professionals, even those that don't wield a stethoscope. I'm trying to be funny, right? Our spacious 3-bedroom, 2-story abode hosts responsible, friendly adults and students. We're all about diversity and tolerance, welcoming folks in every belief and background. Okay. Your private room includes wireless internet, comfy furnishings, and more. Shared spaces include bath, living, and dining areas, and well-equipped kitchen. Now, the thing is, most people, you know, think that these spaces are optional. They're not. You want to have them filled out. Guest access, park for free, feel secure in a quiet street, nestled peacefully in a residential area. Our comfy home is a gateway to exploring Rochester with quick access to local hotspots. Downtown is just a few minutes away. Okay. Other details to know. Have a question, need another room, just ask. Near lovely downtown, light sleepers, be aware. Okay. I'm putting that in there because I've had people say, oh, it's too busy. Well, if you have a lively downtown, it's going to be busy.
Uh-huh.
All right. And then lastly, interaction with guests. A lot of people keep this empty. Fill it out. You can text us in the platform. Otherwise, we vanish like ninjas and let you savor your stay in peace.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So, like all of these little things are not optional, but you know what? I'm not, I'm not telling you guys that I got it all figured out either, because I could pull up a listing, any one of my listings, and it may not be there because we're evolving, y'all. We're all getting better together. But now that I've gone through this training, here's an example. I realize 80% of people don't even fill these out. Only 20% of the hosts fill these out.
Yeah.
And that's why so many people are on the 22nd page or the 30th page. They're not on the first 3 pages. Okay. So did I give any value there? You guys good with any of those suggestions? And did the suggestion create any questions in the process?
Yeah, that was a good suggestion, Earl. You can copy and paste and put that first description in the chat. That was
I
good
got
stuff.
No problem. Got you.
I think it was the other listing, Earl, the newer one that you had.
Oh, good luck. Cause yep, good luck. Appreciate it. Okay. How often should you look at your listing? I would say once a month, y'all. Once a month.
Wow. Okay.
Try to do something to tweak your listing. Okay, got that in there. Okay. So while I'm here, I just want to show you something else that I picked up from my optimization training. That first picture, they call it the money shot. And most first pictures are going to be, and I'm going to challenge everybody. Do figure out who your top 10 players are in your city. Your top 10 players are in your city. Like literally go into Airbnb as like an incognito setting and look at the listings that are dominating the first 5 page, especially if it's a common host. Those are the folks who are leading the pack. And look at little things that they're doing to get their listings to stand out. This was one of the things I saw in Rochester. The guy that is killing it in Rochester, he puts he creates an image. Now he does it with his house. Now, because we came from coaches, training, we know not to use the house or the beds because all of our competition does it. So we use Scenics. So I'm still using Scenics, but I'm doing a little overview. And the way I did this is I took my image, I uploaded it to a Facebook story, and I typed in the amenities. And once I got my image the way I wanted it, I hit download on my phone. And then I uploaded that image to Facebook. So you could put any tag, any amenity. But you guys see how I have an amenity actually in the title, Cornell? The
Yep,
dedicated workspace.
see that.
So if you can put amenities in your title or put locations of your major places to go or sites to see in your city, if you can make that about a part of your title, the number of clicks and impressions that you're going to get, the number of inquiries that's going to generate is going to go up exponentially as well. Okay. Yeah. And so the only takeaway is for you guys in this is that your photo, your photo, if it hasn't, if you have not, started with the Scenics, that's a suggestion. If you haven't started putting a little type a little text in that highlights an amenity, that is a suggestion as well. All of those things will heighten the amount of traction you have on your listings. All right. Let me check in. Any questions? Any questions on any of that?
No question, no. Thank.
Okay. All right. All right. So let me go back to my PowerPoint because there's some other stuff that I wanted to share that okay. So here's higher rank, the greater the visibility, the more potential you have to be exposed. So our goal is to stay on page 1 at all times. It's actually, not a bad habit. Once a month, go figure out where all of your listings are in terms of the page number and use that as your what I would call your motivation to look at what the top dogs are doing in your area. Okay. Number 2, photos need to be inviting. They need to be alluring. If you're not thinking about professional photos, you're missing the boat. Even after you get in and get the keys and you take your photos, my recommendation is go through. By the way, does everybody know how to does everyone know how to go through Airbnb and order the photos? Do you know how to do that, Tennille? Okay.
I remember you telling me, but you can refresh my memory. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't recall. No, I'm not sure how to go about that. I was just going to call the customer service number because I haven't actually had the professional photos yet either.
So I'm actually put that in the chat as well for you guys. Photos. I have a photographer coming out to one of our places on Wednesday of this week. And,
Okay. Is
yep.
it from is it Airbnb photographer or
Yep.
okay.
Airbnb photographer. His name is Steve. All right, so hang on. I'm looking for the link I used to organize, to schedule it. Hang on. Photos. There you go. I think this is it right here. Yep, this is it. So yeah, you don't want to call Tennille. You just want to use this link. Uh, actually, hold on. Is this the right link? No, it's a different link. What's funny is it took me a while to find the link, and then I just saved it in my inbox. Right, it's called Elevate, by the way. That's the name of it. It's called Elevate. All right. So yeah, this is the property they're coming out to see on Wednesday. So let me give you guys this link. So request a photo shoot. Yep, here it is right here. Put it in the chat, as well as I'll put it in the slide projection as well. You guys can have that. Cool. All right. All right. So photos are king. I gave you a couple ideas, a couple hacks. Um, you guys saw we talked about highlighting the amenities inside the title, inside the captions, any boxes that Airbnb provides you, make sure you fill them out. I could have gone in my title, hi-fi or free parking. Um, any amenity, if you have an opportunity to highlight it in your title, I would do so. I would do that because the search engine optimization is looking for all of those little nuggets. All right, let me turn the page and I'm going to share actually three more big ideas today. And then we're going to shut it down. And next week, I'm going to share 6 more big ideas. So the big ideas that I have for you guys today is all around pricing. And this is such a big idea that I repeated it on purpose. Pricing. You have to find the sweet spot. Because here's the thought. You realize that if you price it too high, it's not going to get booked. That's kind of self-explanatory. But who would have known that if you price it too low, it could take you off the first and second page? It's true. If you price your booking too low, it's going to get occupied. And honestly, I kind of feel I may have done some of you guys a bit of a disservice when I kind of came up with the A, B, and C listing, because although our occupancies went up, many of our listings are buried now. They're so far back in the Airbnb pages because Airbnb doesn't, like, if it's not available for guests because it's booked, it knocks you off the first page. And that sucks, right? Like, so Cornell, you've had an amazing run with your occupancy. My wonder is, have you checked to see where you are in terms of the listings, in terms of where your listings fall on Airbnb pages?
Yeah, I went in incognito mode, and I know like two of my listings on the first page, and like a few of them was on the second page, and then I know a few new ones I had was like on the fourth page. But I was kind of wondering what was going on with that, because if it's new, it's supposed to be on the first or second page. So I know a couple of my new listings that I just created was like on the fourth page. So that was kind of, I thought they were all supposed to be on the first page, but
Yeah, that's unusual for, I
the
was
new
gonna say,
listings.
it's unusual for your new listings to not be on the first and second page, but there might be other people making new listings too. I don't know.
It could be that. It could be. Yep, definitely.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So the bulk of my remaining time is gonna share with is just to share with you guys a new tool that I'm leveraging, that when the timing is right for you and for yours, I highly recommend you leverage it as well. The tool is called Price Labs. So I am spending $20 per month per listing for this innovative tool that it basically is a revenue management solution. And I got a link. I'm gonna put the link, and I'm gonna actually open up my account so you can kind of see it real time.
An executive MBA is an intense.
Hi everyone, it's Cheyenne, and today I want to talk about how to increase your Airbnb bookings using PriceLab. I have been using PriceLab about 6 months, and I played around with the different features, and I want to share about the favorite features that I use so it can help you understand the best pricing for your Airbnb. So in this video, I'll be walking through on how to set it up, how to use it, and how to analyze your other competitors so you can stand out and maximize your Airbnb earnings. So
I'm gonna throw this link inside the chat, and I am actually going to go to my account, and I'm gonna show you guys real time a couple things that is really freaking phenomenal. And so here we go. There it is. Okay. All right. Can you guys see my screen? Mic check, mic check. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So this is the dashboard. And I went through a tutorial on how to import all my listings in. Now I want you to keep in mind that at the end of 29 days, all my 100 plus listings are going to go down to 5 listings. Let me take that back. How many properties do I have? I have 10 properties. They're going to go down to 10 listings. And what it is that I'm doing is I'm going to be billed $20 for each one of those listings, so that I'm going to basically have a $200 reoccurring fee that I'm more than willing to pay for the data it gives me. All right. So let me take you through one of my listings. So I intentionally, because we're using our ABC strategy, I intentionally only synchronized my A listings to follow the technology, because I still have my C and my B listings for my long-term stays and my midterm stays, and I'm using the A listings for my short-term stays. All right, so I'm going to give you like real time. I'm looking for a listing that I haven't actually set up yet. And here's one. Here's an A listing. So here's what I'm doing. I double click the name. Okay. And then the software will help me choose a base price. The base price is the average price when I factor in the low season and the high season. The base price is the price that's right in the middle. Does that make sense?
Yep, makes sense.
Okay. So the software is going to help me choose a base price. All right. So I got to do a couple things. I have to tell the computer, what type of property is this? Is this an upscale property? Is it an economy property? And is it in the middle? All right. And honestly, I'm just kind of being real with you. Based on the neighborhood, this is kind of an economy property based on the neighborhood. Now the inside is nice, but for me, I like to be conservative. All right. Now here's the fun part. I have the choice of either picking, is this a 2-bedroom? Is this a 1-bedroom? Is this a studio? Or am I looking at rooms? Well, you guys know we work with rooms. So I'm going to take off the 2-bedroom, take off the 1-bedroom, and take off the studio. So it's only going to look at these 106 listings and give me the high and the low so that I can find the middle price because I want a base price. You guys following me so far, so good?
Yep.
Okay. So here's what the computer tells me. January, February, March, April. My slow season, I told you guys, is February. It's telling me that the average number I can get for a room in Rochester in February is about $26. All right. It's also telling me that I can get a $38 room in July. Okay. So what is my base price? My base price is $32. So you know how Airbnb has smart pricing, but you really never know where the numbers come from. This actually explains to you where the numbers are coming from. That makes sense?
Yep.
It literally shares with you where they're pulling the data from. So I'm just going to say, I'm going to confirm this base price. And I'm going to pay attention to what the low is, to 26. And I'm going to set that as my minimum. I don't want to go below $26. So confirm my base price. And I'm going to set my minimum price. Okay. Let me pause. I'm going to save this. And let's revisit why I'm doing this. I'm doing this because if my price is too high, I don't get booked. If my price is too low, my occupancy fills up, but then I take myself off the first page. And then nobody can find me. All right. I don't want to do that. Okay. All right. So now I have a base price of $32 and a minimum of 26. But here's what you guys will notice. As I go through my calendar, the number doesn't stay at $26. It's dynamic prices. Any idea why it would be more money on a Saturday than on a Monday, y'all? Who can tell me why?
The weekend?
Because the weekend is always going to give you more demand. Even for rooms, y'all, even for rooms. So it's color coded: low demand, normal demand, good demand, high demand. Okay. Now, you guys know it in Rochester, we have something special that's going to happen in April called the eclipse. So I wanted you guys to take a look at the prices. $26, $29, $51. I get in April. All right. They're telling me that during the eclipse is going to be happening on the 7th and the 8th. What are they telling me that I could raise my prices to?
Wow, 85, 84.
For a room, y'all. So what the software also does, it takes in account holidays. So all of these things that we would manually have to put into Airbnb on our own, it's already calculating those things. Talk about leveraging AI. What? So this whole tool is about dynamic pricing so that people can find your stuff because we're not taking it off the first page. So a couple more things I got to do before this is ready for me to link it to my Airbnb account. Because right now it's not linked. So I got to go into edit. I'm going to save and refresh. So I got a base price and I got my minimum price. Now I'm going to edit because for me, we kind of talked about this before. Do we really want 1-day bookings? No, not really. But in our low season, will we take them? Yeah. But we're leaving our low season. So this has a automatic feature. Well, it will actually give you recommendations on minimum stays. So check this out. This is kind of dope. So it asks you, do you prefer short terms or do you prefer midterms? Now you guys know I'm all about the 30 days or more, right? So I'm gonna go with midterms. But you may want to do short terms. It's up to you. I hit go. And it gives me a couple suggestions. Here's what it suggests. Here's what it's suggesting me. It's telling me that if someone is booking 90 days and beyond, they should have a minimum of 14 days. It'll automatically feed that into Airbnb. It's also telling me that if they're booking last minute within 2 nights, it should have a minimum stay of actually where's my minimum stay at? How do we recommend? You can read the entire methodology here. I was looking for something looks different. This is talking about orphan gaps, last minute, far out. In a nutshell, we look at the length of stay. Guys, I'm still learning the technology, so bear with me. In a nutshell, we look at the length of stay patterns for similar properties in your location. 49% of the bookings stay for at least 7 nights or longer. Okay, so I'm just going to apply the recommendation. It's save. Okay. All right. So now none of this information has been sent over to Airbnb yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit sync prices. And so what room is this? This is room 2A. So let me find my room 2A so y'all can see before and after. So room 2A in Delamain. Okay, Delamain. So this is my before. My before is $30 a night. Now, based on this number, it's telling me, I'm too high. It's telling me that I should be the 19. I should be at $26 a night. And that I shouldn't be at $30 until the weekend. So let me hit sync now. and in about 5 minutes, I'm going to come back and I'm going to hit refresh, and these numbers should change. All right. So let me pause really quickly just to ask you guys, what are you guys thinking? What are your questions?
Price Labs is good. I know Earl. I used to use it a while back. Before I did private rooms, I was doing a whole house, and I was using Price Labs before. But yeah, Price Labs is a good tool. When I was using it, it was same thing as said. They give you data, and they'll refresh the price for you on your calendar. And they'll let you know like certain days throughout that calendar month, it's different prices because they know the demand of people coming to your area and different
Right.
things like that. So
So-
this is a good tool. I haven't used it in a while, but
So you would endorse it then?
yeah, it's good. I didn't use it for rooms though. I didn't know you could use it for rooms, but it looks like it's kind of good. The data anyway shows you what you need to be priced at, and it's different than looking at Airbnb's data. So
Right,
like,
right. Yeah, no.
um,
And
have
and
you
my
have you? I was gonna say, have you you already started using it. Have you had any good luck with? Have you seen a difference with using Price Labs with the pricing as versus you pricing the stuff on your own manually on your calendar or?
well, I mean, I think the proof is in the pudding. The way I'm doing it right now, I would have never increased my rates to $84 or $85.
Yeah.
That just wouldn't have happened. And the way I'm doing it now, I've actually closed my window for 30 for 90 days. So nobody can go beyond my calendar past the 90-day mark. Using this feature, I can open up the whole calendar, which actually is like significantly smarter when you think about what it is that we're trying to do.
Yeah.
So, like, I wish you would have put me onto this, man, because I just think this is the best thing since sliced bread.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, definitely. Yeah, so
yeah,
you with this you can open your whole calendar for the whole year because it already pre-priced for you for that certain demand. So you won't have to worry about our guests getting winter prices in the high
exactly.
season.
Yeah,
You
we've
know, in the
talked
high
about that
season.
before. Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
That's
I think the dope part is that the technology is available for rooms and houses. So at any point on a dime, Akil, if you want to go from a room setup to a house setup, you can, and you have enough information to make intelligent decisions.
Absolutely.
Yep. So here's what I'm doing. So that's part one. I got a whole bunch more information. So we're gonna have a total of 4 parts of SEO hacks that I'm gonna share with you guys over the next 4 weeks.
Okay.
All right. But it's at the top of the hour. I want to shut it down. If you, my friend Akil, could you pray us out, my friend?
Sure. I'll say thank you to the creator for bringing us together and learning this valuable information about SEO optimization and being able to use these tools together and learn from each other today. And I hope that everyone parts ways and is able to learn more in this journey. And have a good night.
Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Amen. All right. Blessings, everybody. I'm about to take some cold medicine and get back into bed.
All right.
Love you.
Yeah.
All right. Peace and love.